we'll get our transportation
This conference will now be recorded.
May 22nd, 2026. We do have a quorum of vote, and then we can go to item number 5 on the agenda. Public comments. I don't see any. Jay? I don't think there's anybody here want to make comments. Moving on to item number 4, April 17th meeting minutes, which was included the comment. Okay, I make a motion to approve it. Any further questions? Okay, hearing none, those who vote in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. For the next item, which is number 5, is the work for the GWP for FY 2027. We do this every year. Basically, it's the IDOT budget for MCRPC, and this is kind of the first step. With if you recommend approval, we'll take it to the policy. So it was sent. The draft was sent to you all by Jen a few days ago. Any questions, comments? Okay. So entertain motion.
So
Eric.
also.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Further discussions? Hearing none. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So when we put this on the agenda for the policy committee, we plan to have a resolution prepared so that when it's approved, then can sign off, and then we can forward to IDOT. And for this year, IDOT has shifted the deadline. It will be June 1st, and so we'll get that to them. Hopefully, maybe the afternoon of the meeting next Friday. Moving on to item number 6. This is for the draft TIP, Transportation Improvement Program, for FY 27 through 31st. And you were given a copy, and if not, that hard copy is available. Just basically, this is for approval of the publication, which is required for a 30-day public review. And any questions, comments, Jenny, anything you want to add?
Just that it will be published on Tuesday of next week, and we'll run through almost until the policy meeting in June, which is scheduled for, I forgot when, but just one note, and highlighted this somewhere, it might have been on this, but yes, it's on the back page. The technical meeting in June will be early because we have other conflicts going on, so it will be on the 12th. And that will also be the day to hold public hearing for it.
Different time too.
Yeah.
On the agenda.
Yeah, right. That's because we have other various and sundry things going on at that same one. So. And
also the 19th that we typically would meet, the third Friday will be Juneteenth. Some of us will be off too. Maybe all of us will be off.
Well, it is.
Okay. All right. So any questions, discussions? So basically it's for publication.
I did notice a few things missing out here. Yesterday I talked to Normal about some LPF funding was missing on their train station.
Okay.
But I just sent it to him
Okay.
to fix.
Yeah.
And then I sent you the tip number that I found in our system.
Yeah, I saw your, and I was
That was it.
confused by that, so I will. Since,
Like a 22 tip number.
yeah, that's what I thought too. There's both going to have some issues on numbering. So we're gonna do what we have, and we'll add in as much as we can. Publish, and we can update it in that hearing.
Okay. I just wanted to know we looked at it.
Bob and Zach, any comments on those things?
Not on the city.
Okay. Zach?
No, I know, yeah, Tony was updating ours for the internet.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Okay, great. Further comments? If not, entertain motion for basically publication.
Make a motion.
Yeah. Second. Okay, Lou. Further discussion? Okay, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. Moving on, we have a number of items, but I would like to suggest that we group it a little bit differently, because based on the location of the projects, and so with that said, maybe we'll first look at item number 7 for amendment 43 first, so that we won't be confused. Derek, any comments, information?
This is the only amendment that deals with Main Street to Empire in Bloomington. I think the base project for that's next year, but this is a land acquisition item that's carried over from 25. Just getting it in before the end of the FY.
Okay. Questions, comments? Anyone? Okay. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for this one. So, Luke, further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. If it's okay with the committee, items 8 through 15, all pertaining to Route 51, US 51. And so if okay with you all, we can entertain this as a group, and then if you have to, Derek, you want to give some background?
So amendments 44 through 46 have to do with splitting the funding for the base project. You can see like amendment 44, the funding detail is shows that it's, HPP state match, local only, so it's showing some local funding. And the project description was updated for that line item. The next 2 amendments are additional funding breakouts, taking advantage of the HSIP funding, and then the carbon reduction funding for the last one. And it looks like there's a local portion in the last breakout also. So all that was basically just to kind of make the funding splits make sense. That's possible. Amendments 47 through, amendment 47 is a land acquisition item that's carried over from the last FY. Same thing with the next line, it's a utility adjustment carried over from the last FY. 49 is a carryover from the last FY, it's for PE phase 1 and phase 2. Same thing with 50. Yeah, that's a different carryover. So I don't know if those, why they're separated and not together, but I imagine it had something to do with whenever they were first created. And Amendment 51 has to do with the bridge deck overlay. And that was moved, just getting it into 26 and the cost increase from it. Amendment 52.
Wait, are we gonna take?
That's a different,
Yeah, we'll take-
that's a different one completely. So that's
Yeah. So any questions, and this would be for items 8 for amendments 44 through agenda item 15 for amendment 51. Any questions, comments?
I'm just curious, do you know if that 51 is that the College Avenue deck over? I don't know exactly what that is.
I can look at that.
I could look through on the map, I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but
I imagine it's gotta be the,
do you know, Dan? I don't know.
okay,
For sure.
I was just curious.
That's definitely something.
Well, it says it's 2 miles south of I-55, so I think there's a location further to the north. I don't know why it's in this project, but whatever.
Okay, any other questions, discussion? Okay, if no objections, then we can take those up as a group. I'll entertain motion. Okay, Luke. Second, anybody? Second, Eric. Further discussion? I entertain motion. I mean, not motion, but, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Standalone, item 16 for amendment 52 related to I-55, I-74, US 51. Derek?
Let's see, this is, 8th mile south of Shirley to the 5574 interchange, the design overlay. It's just getting it into the tip for the June 26th letting. We're about it on that one.
Okay, questions, discussions, comments? Okay, I entertain motion.
So,
Okay, Bob?
second.
Okay, Dan? Thank you. Further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. 17 through 20 on the agenda for amendments 53 through 56. If no objection to take it up as a group. If Derek could provide some background.
All of these have to do with Morrissey Avenue from Oakland to Veterans in Bloomington. The land acquisition line, that's Amendment 53, is a carryover from 25 to 26. The first utility adjustment is a straight carryover from 25 to 26, and same thing with 55. I don't know why they didn't combine those, but there must be some reason. But 56, Amendment 56 has to do with PE 1 and 2. And part of that was carried over. The carryover amount is $83,000 from FY25, but they actually had to increase it to $833,000. So maybe. Yeah, that's it on those.
Questions, comments? Okay. Hearing none, entertain motion, that will be for items 17 through 20. So moved. Luke.
Second.
Oh, well, okay, Derek, okay. Those in, further discussion? Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Item 21, project updates. Anybody got anything? I just feel, one, Veterans Spotlight, some of you aware of it and even serve on the PSC Project Steering Committee. There was a meeting two Fridays ago. The Project Steering Committee, we met with the consultant, and it was this discussion on the cost estimate and some updates and refinement, as well as the benefit cost analysis update. It wasn't a long meeting, but then there was some update information to give the committee members, and I think committee members felt more comfortable with some of the cost estimates. And recognizing, every day the cost will change, but at least based on the estimates done by the consultants, what they have prepared and show the committee were acceptable. That's good for today. So the next meeting for that will be June 12th. Let you know. The other project I want to mention is more on a broader scale, is the regional comprehensive plan for McLean County. It is long-term vision, as you don't know what comprehensive plan is. Okay, long-term, we're looking at 2045 as the horizon here, and it encompasses different planning elements. Transportation is one of them, but looking at housing, natural resources, education, really a whole gamut of topics. And so we are pushing, or just starting the first phase of public engagement with visioning survey, trying to get input from the residents, and we also welcome input from visitors and businesses because to have a more balanced and progressive community, we need input and feedback from all. And Thomas have made some copies of the flyers. If you didn't get any before through your employers and whatnot, please take up a favor. I send some to some of you and maybe your colleagues for distribution. So appreciate you to have to get the word out. We want to hear feedback and what people want to see into by 2045 for the county, which includes the urban, the rural, everything for Green County. So yeah, if you can help to push that out, that would be great. The third thing we'd like to mention, I'm sorry.
Just do 2025 and 25,
Of
the
what?
long-term transportation plan.
No, we did in 22.
Okay. So what we're
It was
going
a follow, there was a revision of the participation plan in 24. So we're gonna do that again. to
Got it.
go with you,
Got it.
Because that
Thank
won't
you.
be done until the third quarter of 27.
Okay.
October. We're actually gonna try to do it by the end of September.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, or for the NTP, the long range. Yeah, that's a separate project we're going to cover when we have more to provide updates. We are in the process of getting prepared staff to launch that MTP or long range transportation plan. MTP now is, for whatever reasons, they want to call it the Metropolitan Transportation Plan, and that's a federal required planning document that our staff, MCRPC staff has done some work already behind the scene. So we'll be recruiting for PSD members, or we won't call it PSD. We want to change it into a working group. So some of you may be invited or your colleagues. So stay tuned. Will be a preparation for that. And it's going to, like Jen was saying, we have to get it done by October. We don't want to get it to the last minute, to submit. So our end goal is September of 2027 for the policy committee to adopt the plan, approve the plan. And so we have over a year because we don't want to rush, but actually staff behind the scenes we have start a few months of work already. And so you'll be seeing some more time by the meeting next time on this, then we have more to update. Yeah. But thanks for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah. Because we have a lot of projects going on, and that's also one of those that we actually behind the scenes we've worked on a lot of preparation of data analysis, looking at some of the existing conditions. Actually, we have, I might have mentioned before, we have hired consultants to do population projection for that, for 2055 as the horizon year for the MTP. And, we have received a opinion report. We're waiting on the updated report on the population projection. But we'll have more to share actually by next month's meeting.
All right.
Yeah. All right. One last thing I want to mention regarding project updates is the TIP. As you all know, we are kind of transitioning into eTIP, and I want to express our appreciation for you all working so hard during this transition period that we all try to learn and test and have especially Thomas sitting at the other end of the table. You probably email him back and forth, what some of the issues we try to address. And yeah, like we all know, it's not easy when you have a big change. That's why we devoted a year to kind of make that transition. And we'll see how it goes. We'll learn. So by the time when we take up the chip next year, around this time this year, we should be electronic format. Yeah, so thank you so much And if further questions, we're still working on it, and that's fine, understandable. To allow some time that we can work out the bugs and issues that when we were working with the consultants, we did not anticipate, until we actually implement that, right? So, questions, discussion, issues that anybody want to raise? Okay. All right. Yeah.
I guess you were saying like there's some number of issues we noticed too.
Yeah, and
So we can fix that.
over the last couple of years, we've put together sort of a list of breakouts for the city or town-wide projects where there's no specific location to pinpoint. And I'm still finding those, and we can either standardize on those for both or not, and they're slightly different than our rule and for Bloomington. Up against the Cosmic Wash, other than the specificity of it, I'm not sure it matters. And Thomas can tell you more about how that's going to fit into the ETIP part of it. We're going to have to look at like creating a format for a report out of the ETIP that sort of replicates what we've always done for the TIP on a paper document, so that there's continuity in that too. Nothing to get said.
Thank you.
And the tables listed in here are from the ETIP, or are these
No,
tables you put together?
no, these are not from the ETIP
Okay.
because we don't yet have an output format that fits.
Okay.
So there was a bunch of stuff we're going to need to discuss, like how often do we want to say this is the ETIP as of right now? Or is that going to be the annual process? Is that going to be a monthly process?
Okay.
We have to figure out how we want to handle this so that we're not exactly replicating the old procedure, but finding a way to make the information available through us as well as through directly to the ETIP. Like I said, it's going to take some working out and figuring out the formats and stuff like that. And I don't want anyone to worry about it.
Any questions regarding ETIP? All right. Any other project updates, budget?
I guess I could just mention West College reconstruction. Mid-July is what they're shooting for. Finished. About the roundabout at 150. Different story.
Actually, can I ask,
TBD.
you don't have an update on that? We were just speaking with Rivian just earlier this week about the bus route that goes out there and trying to get it rerouted, but no ETA on it opening.
I wouldn't venture to guess.
Okay.
They're probably back to where they were in late October because they had to remove a good amount of work. Because it wasn't up to work this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay. But you're thinking the rest of it will likely open in July?
Yeah, it's gonna start this summer.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Any other updates, questions? Okay. Item number 22 on the agenda, that which may arise. May not be related to the project, but anything else. Okay. All right. Next scheduled meeting will be June 12th. Like Jen was saying, it's going to be at 9 a.m.
Sorry.
And then, the 12th, 19th, our regular meeting time, most of us will be off that day. And then it might make sense to move it up. But we're still keeping the policy on the 26th, I think. Yeah, June 26th. So please make note of that. I think Jen will probably send a meeting invite, updating the time and for the group, so that you'll be on your calendar for the
The agenda for the 12th will be for the 12th.
yeah, but you can send a electronic invite and people will be on the agenda. On the calendar. Okay, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So
Okay. Second. All right. Further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, meeting adjourned at 10:55.